Hey, Chris, thank you for that. I'm glad that you mentioned that. And it should be working now, I believe. Yet another reason why I say WTF, you know? What the fuck is going on? Like, what the fuck is going on in today's society? And what the fuck is going on with everything that's happening in the world today? Um, why are people feeling disconnected, and why are we feeling like things are not going our way? Why is inflation so bad? What the fuck? I mean, honestly, it's just not, things I think are not going exactly as planned for the human race right now. And I'd like to know what the fuck is going on. And I'm sure I'm not the only one. And I kind of just have been feeling a bit disconnected lately from everything. And I know, I mean, I've been practicing, and I've been doing my witchcraft, and I've been doing things like grounding. I went out last under the full moon on Saturday, and stood out there with my feet on the ground, and did some grounding, because it's weird, and I think it's because we live in a cold climate, where you just don't go outside without shoes on. You don't go stand on the ground, because, frankly, it's fucking cold out there. And so you don't do stuff like that. You just stay indoors, or you put your shoes on before you go outside. And, you know, so I hadn't been out in the grass with no shoes on for a really long time. And I'm telling you, you need to. I feel better. Well, sort of. I spent the day in bed today. Fibromyalgia was kicking my ass today, I think. And so I didn't really make a huge plan for today. And then look at my eyes. They look real witchy today. I think it's allergies getting after me. Um, so today wasn't a great day. But, it is what it is. And I kind of wanted to talk about haters today, because a lot of the Salem witch trials, I think, was haters trying to get back at people for being a little too good. If you're a little too good at what you do, if you're a little too nice, if you're a little too pretty, if you're a little too rich, if you're a little too whatever it is, you're just a little too good. There's always somebody that'll come behind you and say something, derogatory about it. You know, well, they got their wealth from this or that, or oh, did you know that so and so did such and such? Then they'll try to make you look bad because it's what they do, and it makes them feel better somehow to make others feel bad about what they got going on. And I don't understand. And that's one of the things I want to say. What the fuck? What the fuck is up with that? Is it too much to say to somebody, good job, and be serious, good job. I'm glad you're succeeding. Is that so hard? It's really not. And I don't know what's going on with that, but it says I am not, they lost access to my Facebook account. Oh, goody. um, I don't know about you guys, but it's another thing I would like to say WTF about is what's up with Facebook nowadays? It's like they're Nazis. I just not real sure what's going on there. And so yeah, I um my sub Sparky says to me, just the word boobs. I think he thinks that it would probably get me more viewers if I just, show my boobs. Um, I maybe he's right. I don't know. But he always has good ideas. And I have to say, shout out to my sub Sparky, because if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't even be on right now. He came at me with some Burger King, and he, got me going, and just reminded me that, I got this. I'm a witch of some, distinction, and I should act like it and get myself together. And so I did. And I'm here with you guys today. I'm not sure how productive it'll be. It'd be great if you guys had some questions for me. I think I have a banner that says where you can send your questions to right here. So submit your questions to there, and I will be looking for them. So hopefully they'll come to me soon. I think someone's trying to call me, but since I really can't get phone calls very easily, especially if they're done through Messenger. Oh, okay, it's Andrew. I'm sorry, I'm not. Well, maybe I should just to see what happens here. Oh, Andrew? Oh no, I missed it. Oh well. Andrew, Andrew, if you're watching, he is from New York State, and his last name is Town, Towne, which I found out is actually a very well-known name in New England from way back. I mean, at the beginning of American history in New England, and so that's kind of interesting about him. And then also, my family's been here since 13 years after the Mayflower. So my family's been in this country for a really long time. And so is his. And I just thought, well, that's kind of like, meeting of the families that have been here for a really long time in America. But I mean, if you look at it, it's not that long. I mean, our country's a baby. when you think about it in relationship to the rest of the world. We're very young as a country, and we don't. Um, we need some tweaking, I think, in our government. Okay, that's another thing. Since it's a WTF night, what the fuck is up with our government? I mean, to take more money than we give our soldiers who are out fighting um for our country. Really? Why do these guys need these big salaries? Why do they need to make almost a $500,000 each? Plus, they get a big fat retirement, and they get, um, Secret Service protection. They get all kinds of bullshit. And then that's not even including all the campaign contributions to their campaigns to get them reelected because you know oh, what do you call them, the guys, you know the ones the what's the word I'm looking for? Come on, somebody help me out here. um, the guys who stand around and give them money so that they will vote in favor of laws that favor them. So, oh gosh, I'll think of it later. This is a gift of old age. That you get a little bit forgetful. But I will come up with it. They are lobbyists. Oh, I hate lobbyists. They get in there and they wheedle their way in, and they give money, big money, to politicians so that they'll vote in favor of whatever capitalist bullshit that they want, because basically it's they you know mostly it's ruling in favor of capitalism versus the environment, or something like that. um okay. All right. My sub says I should show more flesh to get more viewers, but I don't know. I think they'd actually tune in if I put it away. So yeah, we're not going there. But anyway, I have to say what the fuck to the government, and my plan is. Here's what my plan is, and I know this isn't witchy stuff, and you probably will want to turn it at some point, but I'm going for it anyway because this is what the fuck, and it's what the fuck. Why are these guys making so much more money than the people that are out there, dying for our country, putting themselves in harm's way, and they don't get as much money as a congressman who's sitting on his ass in Congress, making decisions based on his pocketbook over his constituents. What the fuck? So then, here's what I think they should do. We should start from scratch. Everybody who's in Congress right now, finish out your term. You're done. Boom, out. So then we'll reelect all new people. And what they'll do is they'll live in barracks. They'll eat in the commissary. They'll get the same pay that our soldiers get. They will get the same benefits that our soldiers get in VA hospitals and things like that. And then, they'll have to wear a uniform that denotes what state they're from, what their political party they belong to, so that they have to actually identify themselves, and they have to come out in front of everyone and say, "Yeah, I voted that way." People don't even pay attention to what they're voting on. They don't even show up to vote half the time, and that's got to stop. You can't be absent more than a realistic period of time and still get anything done. Come on, you know. And I think that they just don't take it seriously anymore. And I think you're serving your country, right? As a politician, it's not a lifetime sentence, people. Okay, let's not make it one. You serve your country for a few years, you go back home and you do what you were doing before. And if you didn't like what you were doing before, then change it. You'll still get opportunities that other people aren't getting as a politician, but it's not going to be so outweighed in favor of all of that. It's bullshit. You shouldn't be serving your country so you can get wealthy, because that's not um, for the people, by the people. And I'm really a constitutionalist. I believe in what the Constitution originally set out, and idealistic though it may be, It was a good idea. There you go. So I'm saying, what the fuck? Why don't we get back to the Constitution a little bit more? And the Second Amendment, don't even get me started on that. And that is why we have the Second Amendment, why things are going the way they are now. And so if we have a tyrannical government, we have the means to fight back, and don't ever let them take it away from you. Because that's what happens, that's how they do things like they did in Germany, and they can make cattle of all of us if we let them, but we're not going to let them because we're American. So stand up and say, what the fuck? All right. So, okay, that's enough of that. Next thing on my agenda was Salem witch trials. You know what? They never actually burned any witches in Salem, which I thought was interesting. They actually had other tests for them. And, well, what my sub recommended was that I talk more about bondage. Um, and I don't even think I have a piece of rope right now. Well, that's odd. Usually I have rope everywhere. That is odd. But anyways, maybe it's because I shouldn't be talking about bondage right now. But bondage made me think about tying someone to it. Tying their arms and legs together and throwing them in the water. And if they sink, then that means they were innocent. And if they if they float, then they're guilty. So either way, it sounds like kind of a raw deal to me, that I'm going to get my arms and legs tied together and thrown in the water. And, if I don't die, well, then I'm guilty, you know. That just doesn't sound right to me. So, anyways, bondage kind of led to the Salem witch trials. And yeah, they put a 4-year-old in jail for like months. And think of it not as jail, it's like jail we have now. Jail is jail, that's nothing compared to what it used to be. It used to be prison, dirt floor prison, and they'd throw the food at you, and you were lucky if you got, if you could survive it, basically. And they threw a 4-year-old in there because she was accused of being a witch, which brings us back to the haters. See, this is what I'm saying. It's all connected. And if everybody like sticks with me long enough, I might connect it all. Maybe. But anyway, that brought us back to the haters. So then, in the Salem witch trials, I think that's really what it boiled down to was some people were living a little too well, and they, maybe they were jealous of them for some reason, and so then they turned them, in as witches, and they probably weren't, and even if they were, they probably weren't using their power for anything evil because most witches don't. I mean, the worst a witch would do to you is send back something to you that you sent to someone else. If you sent some ill will out to someone, chances are likely a witch might just send some ill will your way, because it's more like you get what you give, which I find completely reasonable. As a Libra, I'm sort of into the everything being balanced. The scales are equal, everything comes out fair and equitable. I'm all about that all the time. And so for you to give someone back what they had given to the universe is to me completely fair. I'm not even going to say a WTF on that one because that's completely fair and honest and right. And that's exactly what should happen. And that's what witches do. I mean, we're not out to hurt people because frankly, I don't have time for that. I don't have time to go out of my way to hurt somebody or to give somebody bad vibes or to, put a hex or a curse on somebody. Because really, if you go down the line, it's a jinx. That's like the least of it. That's like, you trip on the rug, then there's like a hex, which is really a little bit more, it's still not that bad. It's more like giving you what you gave. Then there's a curse, which a curse is long lasting. It can last generations. A curse is something that's really, really hardcore. And if you're going to curse somebody, you better be sure that they're they deserve it. Their ancestors deserve it. The whole family deserves it, because that's what a curse is. And so you don't ever. I've never done anything like that because I just am not that hardcore. I would rather, maybe I might hex somebody if they were really, really deserving of getting the same treatment they were given out. A jinx is more like a practical joke. So, I probably would do that, and maybe I have, at times, but not as a general rule. I sure wouldn't do anything like that. And I mostly say WTF to those who do, because I'm like, really, do you let's see. Okay. Um, I'm being asked now if there's a link to get to my show. So I'm gonna try and post a link. I'm not sure how. Oh gosh. Okay. It's interesting, all this technology, and I really am just not sure how to use all of it. And I'm learning, but it's tough, and that's another thing too. WTF? Since COVID, you can do no business anywhere but online. I mean, it's pretty much gotten down to that. And so I'm at a point now where it's like, I don't know what to do when technology is failing me. And I have no one to talk to. You hardly can even like find a phone number to call somebody anymore. WTF. I can't get online. I can't get this thing to work, and now I can't even call or talk to a real human being. WTF. So that's kind of a daunting task. Oh, pardon me. Oh, thank you. I think I have allergies. I don't know. I was contemplating if I could have COVID, um, because I can't smell or taste any again. Once again, I can really, yeah, I can't hardly taste anything, and I can't smell. And so, it's, I hate that. I had it before. And so I don't know if I think it's allergies. Could it be something else? I guess it could. I have no idea. I did get home COVID test though. Maybe I should check it out. Not that it matters. I mean, honestly, it doesn't matter if it's COVID or if it's allergies or if it's a cold. It's still the same result. You still don't feel well, and it's just not great. So anyway, I was just going to check my Gmail here real quick and see if there's any questions from the. It's not. I don't have that account on here, so I'm going to have to go probably search it through the Skeleton Key people. And that was another thing too. My podcast tonight didn't go to the Skeleton Key Network, but I'm hoping that I can like create a link to it from the Skeleton Key Network to the Madam page. And then I'm also on YouTube on the Madam page. And I think I'm also connected through the other YouTube page, the Spirit page, maybe. I think maybe I did Madam Spirit and the Madam YouTube page tonight. So I think I'm on Prometheus. Hey, help Prometheus people. Oh Lord, I don't know what I'm doing. I really don't. I try, and I have learned a lot, and I'm still learning, and I'm still uh, catching all this technology. It's the technology that's killing me. you know I really enjoy reaching out to people and talking to people and meeting new people and doing things like that, but I'm really challenged with the technology at this point. But I'm trying. Somebody I think didn't like it when I talked about a hex. I wonder if people are nervous about being hexed, or if they're nervous about, maybe they're thinking of doing a hex. I don't know. Interesting. I am looking a bit witchy this evening with the eyes. It's the eyes, I think, and that are doing it, and I don't know why. They do get like this sometimes, though. I don't know if it's this house or if it's, I don't know. I don't think it has anything to do with anything, herbal. Perhaps, but I don't know. They were like that before, so I'm thinking no, probably not. Um, let's see now. It was something about I don't know. See, this is part of getting old, I think, is forgetting. I'm kind of forgetful. Um, I try to stay on point, but then, I get to chit chatting and sometimes I forget what I'm doing. Oh, I was going to check the Skeleton Key Network, see about, and then I saw that. Well, okay then. I'm scrolling through Facebook and here, if I can show you without here. Okay. I can show you without identifying any names. So, but I'm scrolling and I see this. Oh, can you see it? Yep. There you go. Oh, that's there. Scrolling by on Facebook, I see that. And I sort of, that's the pause. Whoop. Because I say, WTF. But in a good way. That was a good, hey, like, whose are those? Okie dokie. Well, I know whose they are, and bless his heart. Um, he's got some nice abs. Okay, then. I am going to go to the God darn Skeleton Key Network, which is one of my places here. And then I'm going to go to the email section here, or try and get to the emails from there, uh, and see if I can't. Here we go. We'll see that. No, I don't know. I really don't know what the hell I'm doing. And so I'll fall back into something that I feel more comfortable with. And yeah, well, and then the last show was from my phone. And then now I've lost all my viewers. Anyway, it's no big deal, and it's 7:28. So let's delve more into you know the paranormal stuff. I love the paranormal people. And I mean, I haven't really studied it as much as I'd like to, and I intend to study more. And I've been, it's sort of rubbing off on me, this interest in what's out there on the other side, It's really something that I think we all wonder about, but how do we prove that there's something there? Well, these guys are out there trying to do that. They're trying to prove that there really is something there, and that we have a place to go when we are gone from here. And so I really think that it probably brings a lot of people a lot of peace of mind knowing that there is something out there, and I know I feel uh, you know a bit more optimistic knowing that there's something out there. Um, Although I think the my faith kind of gave me just the oh well knowing that there was something out there, and I definitely always did believe it. But now I think I am thinking that we can manifest heaven for ourselves. That whatever we think is going to be in the afterlife is what it's going to be. And I think we have to really think long and hard about what we would like, heaven to be. Because I think that that's what it will be. And if you think it's fire and brimstone, it's going to be fire and brimstone for you. And I really think that you have to make it what you want. To me, heaven smells like really good weed. Like, if you open the bag and you put your nose in it and you go, oh my God, it smells so good. That's what heaven smells like. And so you, you arrive at the gate and you can smell it already. So that's heaven. And, it's just very pleasant there and very peaceful. Because I tell you, it's not too peaceful here. Um, just about the time that you think you got things going on, you figure out you don't, and it's okay because you just keep being flexible and up for change, and you have to be willing to like roll with the punches around here, in on this planet, and and do things that you thought you'd never do, and do things that will help you grow as a person, even if it's hard, because life will kick your ass. It is hard. What the fuck? How come it has to be so hard? Okay, I'm going to tell you a story. I'll tell you a story about how come you have to change. You have to be willing to change in life. Okay, here we go. You know about lobsters, right? Lobsters, they have a shell, they're hard. They swim around the ocean, they're pretty tasty when you want to eat one. They're really tasty when the soft shell, okay? When the soft shell is because they lost the shell, okay? They were out there and things were starting to feel kind of uncomfortable for them, and they're rubbing up on a rock and they're swimming around, and they're taking a, beating with a rock here and there. And so then they start to break it open and they go out of their shell, and then they're soft and they're kind of vulnerable for a little bit because they had to change. They had to change into a bigger lobster, but they're going to be a better lobster for having broke out of their shell and made themselves bigger. You know what I mean? So be like a lobster. Don't be afraid to change. Break out of your shell. Be a bigger lobster. Be a better lobster. And go on about your business. You know what I mean? So there's my lobster story. And so be like a lobster. Anytime I say that, I say be willing to change, Be willing to take whatever life throws you and change with it, and make it let it make you better, not harder, not well, I guess you will be harder if you're a lobster, won't you? But don't let it make you cynical, and don't be afraid of change. It when it comes, it's tough sometimes, but it's all meant for us to grow into better lobsters, anyway, because I want the bigger lobster. Give me the great big lobster. Bigger, better lobsters. That's what it's all about. Being a bigger, better lobster. So anyway, there I was, just sitting around in my room, and I look over and I see this. And I say to myself, what the WTF? There's another WTF for you. Yeah, what the fuck? I don't know. Somebody asked me if I used that, and I said, not on myself. Thank you. I don't think I'd like it. I mean, it's just not. It's just not where I'm gonna go. um, However, some people like that sort of thing, and I say more power to you. Um, because everybody's different, and that's a lot of it too. Everyone is different. Let's not be judgmental of each other, and because you're not like me, I don't care for you, or I don't want to have anything to do with you because you're different than I am. I think that gets people in trouble a lot too. um, Okay. My sub tells me, good luck tonight. Have fun or have sex. I'd like to do both. I don't know. We'll see. I'll at least have fun. Thank you, Sparky. Thank you very much for everything. Um, so I'll at least have fun, and we'll get through this podcast. We're at 35 minutes now, so I'm doing okay. I think we didn't talk as much about Salem witches. So let me pull that stuff up. That was a big WTF moment for me when I realized that they didn't burn them at the stake, and they didn't um, that they held them in jail, a lot of them, and of 120 people that were accused, only 25 actually died. So um, that was good that they let's see, they were in 1692, which wasn't really that long. It's only like 40 years after the Mayflower, something like that. And so let's see. Yeah, it says there are complex political, religious, and racial issues under the crisis. A lot was changing in colonial America, and because then people were afraid, they lashed out at others, to make themselves feel better. It's just so sad when that happens. I don't know. I'm delayed a little bit. I'm not sure why. But yeah, torture led to bizarre confessions. Imagine that you would torture somebody and they would confess to just about anything. What the fuck? Oh, yeah. Okay. So then, let's see. The youngest was 4. It's like, that's just insane. Um, yeah, torture led to bizarre confessions. Yeah, imagine that. The accusers. This is what gets me. The accusers were girls under 20. Let's see here. Wonder if I can turn this off and make it run faster. I think I have some lag. Imagine that. I may be getting timed out here. There is jackhammering on the bridge tonight. Oh boy. Oh darn it. I'm stuck. It's not even counting now.